Our featured artist this month is Beckah Krahula, and she is the author of the #1 selling book, One Zentangle a Day. And she's going to show us how to create a Zia. That's a Zia stands for Zentangle Inspired Art. Now, she starts with outlining the shape of the Zia. In this case, it's the shape of a heart for February. And a Zia actually is composed of what they call tangle designs. And we actually give you a step-by-step tutorial on how to create the 3 tangles that we use in this Zia. And right now she's using the detail pen, and it's on the thicker tip, the 6mm tip, and she's using it to create using the Chameleon tangle. This is actually a tangle that Beckah created just for us here at Chameleon. Now, Beckah's actually going straight at it with the pen first, but of course you could plan an outline in pencil and then ink over top of it, but she's quite practiced at this, as you can see. So all she's doing is overlapping the tangles in an interesting way. Now, the tangle doesn't need to be consistent in size, just the same shape. So this is the Chameleon tangle, and it's always that C crescent shape to it. And she's just sort of layering it. So it looks like it's kind of intertwined. This is really fun when you want to color it afterwards, as you can play with a little bit of depth and dimension in the coloring, going with different tones. The stuff that's further back can be a darker tone, and the ones that look like they're laying in front can be a lighter tone. Now, the next tangle that Beckah's working on is called Joy. And again, you can see this in the step-by-step to show you how to use it. And again, it's just a series of shapes that are working in a specific pattern. And you'll see how to make the Joy tangle, again, on the downloadable PDF. You just want to keep working and creating more of the little Joy tangles throughout your heart. And again, it's the same shape. It just depends on how you're using it and the size that you want to make it. I like this one because it looks a little bit like flowers, roses. It has some depth and some dimension to it, and they're really, really fun to color. Now, traditional Zentangles are done on a Zentangle tile, and that's about 3.5, it is exactly 3.5 by 3.5 inches. And the official Zentangle tiles are fairly heavy. They're made of an Italian paper, and they're about 240 pound weight. And have almost like a weave surface to it and a nice deckled edge. That's the official Zentangle tile. And officially, Zentangles are really only done in black and white. Beckah is doing her Zia here on a 5 by 5 inch piece of card or paper. And the image we give you is actually designed to print out to fit that size. So you can print it out on any type of paper, even photocopy paper if you want. I love doing that to practice. But make sure you cover your surface underneath it so it doesn't bleed. You can also use any type of marker style paper, alcohol type paper. My favorite's B paper, or you can use cardstock. You can even print on watercolor paper or parchment, but remember that the more absorbent the surface is, the faster it's going to pull the ink out of your pen. So this means that you're going to have a slightly shorter blend because it's going to pull the toning medium out a little bit faster. So now we've finished the work with the Joy tangle. I'm going to move on to the third tangle, and that's the one that's called Praha, and that is again on the PDF that you can download. And this one's kind of cool. I like this one. It's Again, when you're working with it, you think about getting depth with the image so you can kind of layer them on top of one another, and you can also use the tangle to define the outside shape of the overall Zia that you're creating. So here we're using the third tangle, the Praha, to kind of give it a whole other look. I love this one. It actually reminds me of a combination of waves and dolphins. It also has a bit of a leaves in nature feel to it. There's a lot of movement to this tangle. And it's all intertwined, it's all interconnected, and the actual practice of sitting here and doing this is very zen, hence the name. Now here we just covered a few tangle designs, but there are tons of them out there to learn, and endless combinations on how you can put together. If you'd like to try your hand at this to create your own Zia, you can take the downloadable step-by-step PDF, and it'll show you how to create these individual tangles step by step, and then just grab a pencil and grab your detail pen and give it a try. And you'll see how it's very easy to get hooked on tangling. And that's how you create a beautiful Zentangle inspired piece of art. So now that that's done, download it, print it out, and grab those Chameleon pens and enjoy some fun color therapy.